Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to Holliston Girls Varsity Soccer here at Kamitian Field. And this is, you are here. We were watching the Holliston Girls Varsity Soccer team today. The Holliston Panthers are taking on the Dover-Sherborn Raiders. And of course, this is brought to you once again by the Holliston Hub, the artist formerly known as HCAT. I'm your host, John Drohan, with the godfather of all Holliston soccer. That is my dear friend and also my father-in-law, John Marshall. And in the booth, putting on the production today, we have a new production person today. We have none other than Kate Morton, not to be confused with Morton Street, which is where my wife and my father-in-law still live. Or my wife doesn't live there. She moved around the corner, very close to Morton Street, which is part of the deal of when we moved in. And then, of course, we're here with this super-duper executive director, Bruce Guilfoy of the Holliston Hub. Another beautiful day here at Kamitian Field as the Holliston Panthers coming in with a record of this isn't a conclusive record. We think Holliston's coming in with a record of 6-3, and Dover-Sherborn's coming in with a record of 5-5. Holliston, the last game that we saw them play, had a very, very exciting last-minute goal to go ahead of Norwood. So that was Holliston's coming off a big win. However, earlier in the week, Holliston did play Medfield and had a tough loss against Medfield, who's ranked first in the state. So as I said, I'm joined by the godfather of Holliston soccer, John Marshall. How are you doing today?
I'm doing very well. I'm very surprised that Holliston lost in the manner that they did earlier in the week, because I thought that there'd be an excellent team that could beat them, let alone score 5 goals.
5 unanswered goals. Yeah,
it really surprised, because I think the game we watched last week was what you would expect.
Yes.
The game. It was up and down, even to the last second.
And so here we are as we're games just getting underway, and Dover-Sherborn, they are usually, I shouldn't say usually, they are predictably dependent as far as being a good club. We've seen these guys. We've seen over the years. Dover-Sherborn has been very competitive, and again, unfortunately they've kind of run up against the Holliston juggernaut, which has been a kind of a thing since we've started. This is our 7th year calling the games. So and Holliston has always kind of been in it. And Dover-Sherborn, strong team, and this year, as we said earlier, they have a 5-5 record. So here's Holliston. Kate McCarron. Oh no, that was correction. That was Lauren Mulvaney. So Lauren Mulvaney takes a shot. So getting underway here, and there's a whistle. I'm not sure what this is. So Holliston has been strong this season. I'm talking to Coach Brielle Chadsey before the game. She's saying this is one of the most enjoyable seasons that she's had in quite some time. That's a lot of young players we talked about. Like a lot of young. There's some freshmen that are contributing, along with some of the long-standing 4-year starters like the Claire Fitzgeralds of the world. So Holliston is they put together a good season. They're very competitive. I'm not too disappointed. I'm not too discouraged about the Medfield loss, as Medfield is currently ranked first in the state for their age bracket. So up on the right side, there's Kate McCarron, number 22, chasing. She's going to run out of real estate. So underway, Holliston, of course, is in their home crimson red, going from the northwest to the northeast to the southwest, and Dover-Sherborn in their visiting whites. We'll try and match up some of these Dover-Sherborn players, see if we can find them. Of course, we'll be talking about your Holliston team. I have in the goal for Dover-Sherborn, I think it's Alexa Weiss, and doing a little danger out in front of their own goal as Holliston is pressing. Ellie Grandforth with a nice ball in, and Caitlin Clark was almost there to get it. Hannah Holden, she plays back. So Holliston starting it up front. We have, as we mentioned before, we have Kate McCarron, number 22. She's a sophomore. We have on the left side, it looks like we have Caitlin Clark, senior. captain. And we call her Caitlin Clark soccer as opposed to, I'm sure she gets this all the time, Caitlin Clark basketball. Shot in, McCarron, dive pass, just past Weiss.
Very nice shot. Right down low.
Nice shot. It was not McCarron. That was Hannah Holden who took that shot. So another strong shot. So then in the middle we have Lauren Mulvaney, number 3. The other attacker we have up front is number 4, Bella Utke. So Utke's been playing some strong soccer as well. So Holliston, the last game, we talked about this. The last game, a really, really solid performance. They were wobbly. We'll call it in that first half, if you remember.
Yeah.
A little bit of uncertainty as the ball goes out.
But they readjusted nicely, and I felt they dominated the second half. And I see not only domination, but I see a similar thing going on today. I like the way the Holliston defence moves itself up in attack and in the offence, and they all come up as a group. And that's the way the game should be played, not people hanging back and waiting for the offence to come down on top of you. But they used to do that a little bit, but they've stopped that now. And you notice the difference when in the game.
Well, one of the greatest ways to play defense is to not have to be shooting on the other team's goal.
Yeah, right.
There you go. It kind of takes some pressure off the defenders. It sure does.
Yeah.
But you're right. We've seen a lot like this year. That's really been kind of like their signature playing.
Yes. And it really has.
And maybe it's the personnel. Those Grand Fours in the middle. Maybe it's the like we said, like we have number 14, Lucy Mancuso, sophomore, right, with some of the youth here.
Yeah.
McCarron in the middle looking for a foul, doesn't get it, and there's a Dover-Sherborn player goes down. Here they are trying to counter, but then of course there you see her right there, number 1, Claire Fitzgerald, who a lot of speed on the outside. And here they are. But I think the other thing that allows you to do that is your two center backs. And the center backs, 2 sophomores, Nora McElliott and Sophie Grant, do a really, really good job of kind of maintaining that line, maintaining their composure when during the attack, and you see this. And then there's the other piece, right? The other piece of it that makes you feel confident as a defender to come up is if you know those midfielders, particularly those defending midfielders, are going to come back and be there to help you.
Yeah.
So we're looking at the midfielders of Hannah Holden and Ellie Grandfors and the starting group, and they'll rotate players in to come in and play those spots, and they really. That midfield, we say, how many times have we said it? The game is won in the midfield. So, all right, so we have a free kick here for Dover-Sherborn just in the Holliston end. We'll see how it is. Looks like it's number 10, Raina Patel. Patel sends it in. Good ball in and doesn't clear Claire Fitzgerald. Not that Claire Fitzgerald is the tallest player on the team, but does a good job of clearing out. Now Holliston in transition. There's Clark, too strong. So our game today is on the Holliston Hub. You are watching, and for many of the long-standing people here in town, they know Holliston Hub as HCAT. There's Grant pushing out with her head. Ball in, and nice save by Kira Lucas. Lucas coming out. Look. So Dover-Sherborn snuck up on us on the right side.
Oh yeah, I think you can't. You got to be careful. You got to watch this team.
It's a nice ball in, and Lucas was there for a nice save. So keep an eye on today for Holliston. Those of you watching at home, some of the threats. There's one of them right there. Lauren Mulvaney had a great game the last game we watched here. 2 goals, has scored off a free kick. Ball in. That's Holden, and she was looking for somebody to be on the other end of that pass. Unfortunately, nobody was there. So as I said, today is brought to you. The production here is the Holliston Hub. Where we used to be called HCAT, but because we're the Hub, because we changed the name, we've evolved to the Holliston because Ooh, that's a strong ball, and still, he blew the whistle on that.
I think he, I think he should. You know,
that was probably a foul. Yeah. So Mulvaney comes in. It's probably lucky Mulvaney's not being handed a card at this time. She came in, but a little shoulder contact, just trying to get the ball. So the Holliston Hub is, we'll talk more about this as well throughout the broadcast. Holliston Hub is we are a nonprofit organization. We do all of the video and streaming production here of the Holliston High School sports, along with many other programs. One of the things that people don't realize about Holliston Hub is that we kind of do this. We're self-sufficient, or have been over the years, because we're cable access TV. And the thing about cable access TV is that it relies on cable TV. So the less people that have cable, the people start cutting their cable, then it is just less revenue that an organization like the Holliston Hub is able to use to continue to do its production. So this is a long way of saying that Holliston Hub is starting we're starting a campaign right now, and it's going to be an ongoing public service fundraising campaign in order to be able to sustain, to keep doing what we're doing and bring you great programming like you're watching right here. So that's my first half sales pitch for Holliston Hub. Yeah. Oh, I'll talk about the sponsors. Don't you worry. Yeah, I was just reminded by the senior director that to talk about the sponsors. I mean, I know one of the sponsors, but and then again, of course, he's right. So Holliston trying to make move. Mulvaney can't get that ball out for feet, trying to find somebody, but Holliston spent a lot of time in the Dover-Sherborn end. Long ball in. Utke's there. Utke's fighting for it. There's Holden. Holden plays nice play back to Grant. Grant changing fields. Finds. That's McElliott. So nice to see Grant McElliott. The two sophomore backs we talked about. Clark's there. There's Utke, plays back. Mulvaney, she shoots. It's blocked. She's going to get another look. So Holliston pressing on that left side. There's Holden. Holden, long ball in. Trying to find McCarron. McCarron couldn't get there. So today's production is brought to you. We have our fall sports sponsor. We have 5 of them. 5 fall sports sponsors. We're going to talk about them individually, but let's just cover everybody. The first one we have is the Holliston Superette. The second sponsor we have is Basil's Restaurant, Basil's Pizza. Third sponsor is the Central Cafe, which is a convenience store and all the stuff you need kind of store right there on Central Street. Fourth sponsor is the Henry Studio, run by our pal Rich Powers, who is a big contributor to the Holliston Hub and HCAT. And last, and certainly not least, is Main Effort Financial, kind of like your hometown financial planning and retirement planning place. So we're in a timeout right now. We have no score. We're 12 minutes in, and the 12th minute. And Holliston, what do you think? Holliston looks like they are.
Well, I think they're.
And it's leaning more towards them. The bell is ringing more on their side. Yeah.
And I think that if you watch this closely, you see the 2 Holliston centre backs seem to be the actual focus of the they seem to be the thing that makes the team click, because when it comes back to them, they hardly ever put a foot wrong. They make their pass. The distribution is superb.
Well, you think about it, right? Yeah. So go ahead. No.
I do. No, I'm really impressed with them. There's 2 of them in particular, but there's a centre back comes in and just there, and as one goes up, there's always somebody there to replace her. But they're not afraid to go up, which is the thing I like to see.
And one of the subtle changes that we see this game is, so In the games we've seen prior, we've seen Sophie Grant, number 9, and Nora McGelly number 8, 2 sophomores playing those center backs. Right now, Coach Chadsey has done a little bit of rotation, and she's moved where we had Claire Fitzgerald, number 1, senior captain, where she's usually playing on the outside. Claire Fitzgerald is now, you can see right there, she's playing in the center back spot, and McGelliott's on the outside. So Holliston free, it looks like Holden's going to take this. Hannah Holden, and this could be dangerous because Hannah Holden can hit it. So Holden on the outside. Ball in strong, gets up, and just clears the crossbar.
That's a lovely free kick, actually.
So Holden went for goal and just got a little bit over the crossbar. Good shot. So we see Dover-Sherborn.
I think that I think that the Dover-Sherborn is kind of, although they seem to have a little bit of a handful right now, they still, when the ball comes through the midfield and they get control of it, their distribution is pretty good, and you push Holliston, the two Holliston defenders get pushed back, so it's not a one-way street by any means.
Nope. So, but again, Dover's having a tough time kind of getting that ball out.
Yeah, they are. They actually are.
Mancuso tries to send the ball through. So Mancuso playing on the outside. She's playing that right back, and you see how far up those backs are coming. McGelliot on the left side, Mancuso on the right side.
That's right.
And there's Holden. Holden, it feels like everything kind of goes through her. She is that midfielder, and there she is again, kind of trying to distribute.
Now look at that beautiful pass.
So Emma Arsenal, number 5's got the ball coming into the game now. Long ball in, and a little too far. That was McGelliot taking it from distance. And it looks like they called that a corner. So I don't know if the goalkeeper misplayed it. We'll see if we can see it here. So corner, right side corner, first corner of the game. It's going to be Caitlin Clark. Clark, low ball in. It comes in. Came in fast. That was trouble. Fitzgerald takes a rebound from distance. Can't get it through.
And I noticed whenever the Dover-Sherborn defenders, particularly the backs and the centre backs, if they ever come get the ball, there's always a Holliston player on top of them. They don't have a free shot anywhere.
Nope. So Holliston's doing a good job. Good job of marking so far.
Yeah, they are.
And although Dover they seem that because Holliston is pushing up, Dover is seeming outnumbered. Spend a lot of time in the Dover-Sherborn end. This is the part that Dover's having a little tough time clearing here.
Yeah.
And it's making this a little bit interesting. And again, like those kind of shots, that's trouble. Arsenal pushes it up to McCarron. McCarron just gets it away. Nice play by the Dover defender. And she's going to push that out of bounds and try and give them some time to regroup. Can't see which Dover player that was, but
a smart thing for her to do in this situation, actually.
So it's going to be a Holliston throw from the right side. 16th minute. Still no score. Although Holliston's had most of the kind of spending the time of possession down in their end. Still haven't had a really clean look yet.
No, I think there was one shot that just greased the
except with the free kick.
Was that free kick? Yeah, that's right. It was.
Yeah, that was the free. So Holliston hasn't been able to develop anything thus far, but they are knocking at the door. That's for sure. Utke on the outside, she can't control it. So it's like Holliston seniors. I mean, as we kind of school starts, and the next thing you know, it's almost the end of the season. And, because the football team has their senior night, which is that game is happening directly after this one. Of course, our guy Bruce Guilfoyle gets to stay through it for the whole thing. That's because he's that guy. That's why we call him Bruce Guilfoyle, because he's the guy who makes it all happen here at the Hub. So that's Emerson Arsenault on the outside. Number 2 gets around, turns, and she earns herself a corner. Nice play by Arsenault. Holliston's going to take a corner from the left-hand side. Caitlin Clark got a nice shot in the last corner. She's going to take it again, this time from the left side. What do you see here? McCarron again trying to get it one time.
Yeah.
A lot of contact down there. McCarron's looking for a call, but she can't get it. And here comes a foot race. She's not going to outrun Sophie Grant. She plays it back to Kira Lucas. Lucas shoots it, and now Lucas is out of the goal. And Holliston's able to regroup. Mancuso. Find Arsenault. Arsenault, she's unable to control, but here comes McCarron. McCarron turns. McCarron's always looking to turn. Nice ball out to Arsenault on the right-hand side. I don't know if you can see that. And it's going to go out. Arsenault's going to run out. Yeah, it's going to be a goal kick. So our first sponsor we're going to talk about tonight is none other than Chris Lancini and the Holliston Superette. Holliston Superette is essentially the place, it's the supermarket. It's the place where, if you want to get any type of like real market-like food, you go to Holliston Superette. Brand new place, just opened up here in Holliston. Actually, that's not true. Superette's been here since longer than soccer, that's for sure. Superette, a long-standing Holliston institution. Chris Lancini's been the owner for Superette. There's Kate McCarron right in front of the goal. She tries to push it off. Holden's almost there. Turns back. Mancuso just can't hook it back in. Chris Lancini and the Holliston Superette, as I said, it's a Holliston institution. It's been here since you were playing center back for Sheffield United. And I'll tell you what, it's one of those things. Everybody knows the Superette. Everybody in Holliston knows Chris. And Chris has done nothing but give to the town and his time and everything he does. You really can't say enough about that guy. Other than and he's also a friend of mine too. So I'm not just saying that just to butter him up. But there's nobody that gives more to the town than Chris has, and he's done it for so many years. So Superette, if you need something, and it's super convenient, that's why it's the "et" part. I think that makes it faster. So if you need something, go to Holliston Superette. Most of the time you're going to see Chris in there, and now all his other people in there are fantastic. So you want a sandwich, you want some groceries, anything, any kind of food, it's good. All right. Dover-Sherborn pushing down their end, but once again, Holliston defense is able to thwart it. I like how you have your attacking wings not afraid to play back. They're not afraid to play back, and like you said, those defenders are there. Karen can't get past this number 7. Number 7, that's Madeline Boudreau. She's a sophomore. Doing a nice job on Kate McCarron. Kate McCarron hasn't been given a lot of space to work today.
No, she hasn't actually. I think that the Dover-Sherborn defence, the actual rear defence, have done a pretty good job of just giving Holliston very little room to work.
So what do you do? How do you kind of what's the recipe to crack that?
Well, it's you gotta get your midfield going, because they are the ones that link the offense and the defense. You got to get those going, but they're having a tough time because they're all the players that seem to be have started in the Holliston midfield, but they are playing in Dover-Sherborn's territory.
They sure are. And like you said, the Dover-Sherborn defense so far has been able to handle it. Without a lot of, they haven't been relying on mistakes or or really strong goalkeeping yet, because Holliston hasn't been able to get a good shot on. No. Not from their development. Here comes Dover trying to come back on the outside. Mancuso, she's gonna have a hard time outrunning Mancuso. Grant's there. Nice turn by Sophie Grant. And ball forward. Now Kate McCarron's in a race. And just going to get to Weiss.
Yeah, there was a little bit of poor marking there. But
that's trouble. So things got a little dicey up there with Kate McCarron trying to create something. Yeah. Although Alexia Weiss did a nice job of clearing that out, maintaining her composure. Weiss, she's a senior this year, the Dover-Sherborn keeper.
I can't see.
And there's Fitzgerald. So Fitzgerald coming up from that center back position, participating in the attack. Nice play. Mancuso fights for it on the outside, just can't get through. Quick throw, Dover. I've always wondered about Dover-Sherborn. I've always wondered, like, do they like keep track, like if you're, if kids are like more from Dover or more from Sherborn, because it's like, like which is like a stronger, soccer development, soccer source.
I don't know.
I mean, it's a good question. Maybe we can find out.
I think that they're junior, and they're sort of, they're
youth league. Yeah,
it's all Dover-Sherborn anyway.
It's like Dover and Sherborn are the same town.
Yeah.
But
exactly.
I mean, it's a beautiful town. It's it's, as we all know, it's a gorgeous town. A lot of history. A lot of beautiful homes there. It's a beautiful high school too. But I'm interested. I want to know, like, if I'm an upcoming soccer player and I'm from Dover, am I going to get treated differently than if I'm from Sherborn? I don't know.
I honestly,
it's hard.
I don't think so. But you never know.
You never know. Because what if they grow so much and then Dover and Sherborn they end up splitting?
Yeah.
Then all bets are off. Yeah. All right, back to the game. Holliston's kind of right where we left off. They're knocking on the door. And Dover's clearing them out. But usually we see, like, if this is kind of your game, sooner or later something's going to fall through the cracks.
Yeah. And it can be either way,
Yeah, right, like you said.
Well, you saw that one back there when the goalkeeper picked it up, and, she kicked it. She could have thrown it too.
There's Holden gets a look. Holden pushes it past. Nice save. Holden got a good look there. And looks like it's going to be another Holliston corner. And Hannah Holden's going to take this one. Nice shot on goal, but Weiss was there. You're right. It can turn. It can kind of go against you too. One little break or a little laxity your defense gets.
One little mistake.
Holden ball across and right to Weiss. Nice, another play. Yeah. I mean, and this isn't, it's not one of those things where you have to sell them the dummy. No, this could be just.
Sell them the dummy,
nope.
Yeah.
We're not selling any dummies yet.
No, I haven't seen any dummies sold anyway.
Right, but that's what it could take, right? One selling the dummy out in front of that goal.
Oh yeah, that'll do you.
Once again, this is why you get paid as much as you do.
Why? Why?
Because you bring you are the conduit of bringing like old school soccer, European soccer.
Yeah. Yeah, I doubt if too many know what even modern day know what selling the dummy is.
Put it this way: if you just had a regular like Boston accent, I don't know if they'd put you on. Right? You're here because you sound like you know what you're doing. Kira Lucas clears it out. Nice playback confident playback to the keeper.
Yeah, they play nicely. They play good soccer between the defense. Nice passing, no first time whacking it and stuff like that.
I mean, let me tell you what. If John Marshall tells you you're playing good soccer, that's not nothing. Nope. Oh, you say if you get. I mean, there's nothing better than that. There's nothing better than good soccer. McCarron chasing. Arsenal tries to be there. She can't get there. No. So once again, we have the Arsenals are there. There's Emerson number 2 and Emma number 5.
They're very quick to get onto the opposing Holliston. I'm talking about now.
Yeah.
The backs are very quick to tackle their opponents when they come down with the ball.
So just coming into the game is number 19, Olivia Kirshner, freshman. Olivia Kirshner pushes that ball down the right side, earns a Holliston corner. So Caitlin Clark's going to take this corner, looks like. Yes, it is. So another Holliston corner here in this first half. We're in the 27th minute, still no score. Holden. Correction, that was Holden.
Have you
ever
Hannah
Holden that took that corner
these
and
corners,
launched it. Say again, what?
Have you ever watched these Holliston corners? They are so well taken. They obviously got one of the girls must be very tall, right?
Kate McCarron, number 22.
Because she goes right to the far post and comes out a little bit. And if you watch the flight of the ball, it's to her every time. And it's pretty accurate, too.
Well, we saw in the last game, McCarron had a goal.
Right, the last minute she had a goal, if I remember right.
She had a header off the set-piece corner.
Yeah.
Shot over the top. That was Utke. Bella Utke sent that ball over the top. And once again, Holliston, they're there. They're in the right church, but can't find that one break in that Dover-Sherborn defense. So Dover trying to solve that problem of kind of clearing, and they do a pretty good job. Mancuso comes back. Nice job by Mancuso to control that. Lucas is going to take it one time, send it back to midfield. She's got Holden one time. She can't control it.
And that's another good thing you see. They're not afraid to pass back to their goalkeeper.
Nope.
They do
Grand Force, nice ball up, looking for Mancuso. So Grand Force to Holden and Mancuso, and it's going to be another Dover throw. Ball across. There's Utke. Almost able to come down with it, can't. Utke had an opportunity there. But again, she was stymied by that Dover-Sherborn defense. As we said, we have sponsors today. So as we're watching Dover push on the outside, she's in front of Claire Fitzgerald.
She's going to keep her there. She is tough to get around. That fullback.
So Fitzgerald is as good as they get, as good as we've seen in this league. Ball across, not bad, right to Lucas.
Nice.
So Fitzgerald, good turn. I'm not sure which Dover-Sherborn player that was. Did a nice turn, able to get that ball across, but it was right to Kira Lucas. Kira Lucas, strong left foot. Of course, Kira Lucas, daughter of our Air Force representation, Brad Lucas. He always gets some kind of credit for his thank you for your service, Brad. And, thank you for a lot of contact up there in Mulvaney. Mulvaney's going to get called for the foul for, I think she was some sort of takedown. Mulvaney's not afraid to go shoulder to shoulder. Well, we've seen that. So back to the action. Utke there pushing. And it's going to be a Holliston throw. So entering the 30th minute right now. Still no score, which I find it's a little surprising. I mean, surprising in the sense that Holliston seems like they should have more opportunity, and I don't know if it's if there's still a little like lag from the last game, but here comes Hannah Holden. Hannah Holden driving and that gets cleared out. So Holden, some good pressure, good ball movement in, but unable to get a clean shot. But Holliston's going to get another corner again. And it looks like Holden's going to take this corner. Holliston corner on the right side. Hannah Holden. McCarron is in there, and there she is. Ball across, and she's right there. Gets to McCarron's head. and McCarron's unable to turn it. So there you go, just like you drew it up.
She didn't. Yeah. I mean, it was right there. It was right on her. Unfortunately, I think she didn't time her jump, and it's not easy to do.
No, that's the thing, right?
If you don't time it right, you hit it with the top of your head, and it just goes straight up in the air. Well, as if you time it right and you catch it with your forehead, nobody's stopping that.
Yep.
You know.
So it looks like that's what happened with there, just right up top of McCarron's head. Nice ball in by Holden. There's Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald trying to put it through to the other side and just can't. Grandforce is there. She tries it. She gets it taken off her, and here comes, and Fitzgerald's there to step in. So once again, at this midfield battle, Holliston is still able to just keep that ball, for the most part, down on that Dover-Sherborn end. Another Dover throw. Our second sponsor that we're going to talk about today, of course, is Basil's Pizza. Basil's Pizza, run by the Mygos family. They've pretty much established themselves as a Holliston institution. As we said, many times, ball in, and that looks like it's going to be another goal kick. So Basil's is they're a known place because they're involved with a lot of the sports people, right? Like people, hey, listen, we got practice tonight. We got this game. We got this practice. This, we're traveling. How many times do people who are involved with sports end up saying, you know what, let's just go to Basil's. Let's get a Basil's Pizza. And the Mygos family do such a wonderful job. Their food is absolutely fantastic. I mean, everybody you talk to, everybody's got like a favorite. What's your favorite Basil's sandwich? What's your favorite Basil's pizza? I love the fact that I love the Greek influence that Basil's has. Again, the Mygos family, all from Greece. Some of like all of the Greek food that they've incorporated onto that menu is it is second to none. And, they also make a pretty good pizza, just like your regular standard Marina. Oh, here's trouble. Dover-Sherborn gets a step, and she gets a push. Lucas is out and just able to get to the side of it. Ball in. Oh, that was trouble. Nice play by Kira Lucas. She wasn't clean, but she was able to just deflect it enough to get it pushed past that post, because I'm trying to see who that player was, that Dover-Sherborn player. But she had, let's see if it was number, I see who it is. I just can't identify her number. Looks like it's number 34, Sonal Koo. Sonal Koo she got a step and no one was catching her. So a great play by her. And then Kira Lucas, she committed. She knew she had to come out because she was going to get a shot clean on that goal, and did a good job of just to deflect that ball enough. So, like you said, spent all day long in the other end, and then just one breakdown.
Just one breakdown, and you got it.
And there you go. So Hollis has got to keep an eye on that, and really not to underestimate the speed of Koo. I mean, she's
very fast.
She got a step, and she was no one was able to keep up with her and with the ball. So good job by her. Just unable to get a clean shot on because of the disruption from Lucas. And there's Fitzgerald goes down, and it looks like it's going to be a Dover-Sherborn foul. Fitzgerald quickly off the free, trying to find Grandforce. Got McCarron. McCarron pops it forward. So in the tight game, Coach Chadsey is she's staying with her starters. Yeah. Hasn't been a lot of substitutions up to this point, and probably for the right reasons. As Dover-Sherborn is they're not laying down. No. They can play.
You can't write them off.
They're here, and especially after that last near goal that we had.
Yeah.
Although maybe that's their plan. Maybe they know they have a strong defense, and they can, they're comfortable kind of playing in their own end, and then look to counter. There's Patel on the outside. She sends a ball forward, tries to find Koo, and cleared by Grant. Sophie Grant, nice play. McCarron just can't. And there she goes. So McCarron gets a break, pushes to the outside. She's got Clark on the outside. Clark turns, trying to get around.
That
and
should
can't
be
do
a
it.
Corner. I think that's a corner.
I think you are correct. Look out of the side of this window here. Yep, looks like we have another corner, another Holliston corner. And it looks like Clark is going to take this one. Yep, it's going to be Caitlin Clark. So as we're winding down the first half, see if Holliston can do something there. Nice ball in by Clark. She's there.
It's the same. She's got the flight of that ball off pat.
Well then, popped up. Weiss can't handle it. Ball's out. And Weiss is able to swallow it up.
Well done.
So the ball went through Weiss's hands, and there was a lot of Holliston feet hacking at that ball. And Weiss was able to come back with it. Nice play by the Dover-Sherborn keeper. Good recovery. That could have been trouble. But you had Hannah Holden there, Kate McCarron. So Holliston once again had several corners, several set pieces, and unable to cash in. But they're all good balls. But
they are. They're right there. They're just where you want them. You know.
Where you want them. But once again, they're well defended.
Yeah, they are. Yeah.
So that Dover defense has been consistent this whole first half. So coming into the 38th minute, still no score, and McCarron is down pushing, and it looks like there's we have a Dover-Sherborn player down. Looks like she could have hurt her ankle. That looks like Caitlin Shanahan. She's a senior. I think it's number 13, and Shanahan's hurt. Looked like she might have turned an ankle. So trainer's coming out. Take a look. We're going to take a little take a break here. So you're a team, and you're trying to perpetually kind of stay get opportunities. What's one thing that you can do? You had mentioned before about trying to get the midfielders to.
Well, you just gotta stick with it, and you can't get excited, you can't get over. You just gotta sit calmly, keep playing the game. You've got to play, and the midfield's got to be midfield's got to be working. The backs have got to be supporting. It's just you just keep at it. That's all I can say. There's nothing. When you've got like you got here, when you've got obviously a very good rear, say, defensive group, it's not easy.
Nope, it's not easy, right?
No, it's not easy, and very often you have to shoot quickly, and you mustn't be afraid from shooting from a distance.
Yep.
But you can't afford to keep running the ball at them, because they take it off you every time.
Yeah.
Because they're good at that.
They'll let you do it, right?
Yeah, they'll let you do it. So you gotta come through, and you gotta take a quick shot.
Yeah.
And
maybe a little more ball movement, maybe maybe an extra touch, right?
Yeah.
An extra touch to.
Well, I don't know. You got to watch extra touches, because they take up extra time, and they get more chance or opportunity for good defenses to begin to collect themselves.
Or maybe just an extra look, like an extra extra pass, right?
Well, you got to be prepared to pull the ball down under control and shoot it quickly.
Yeah.
And catch the goalkeeper flat-footed. You got to just keep playing the game. That's all I can say, really. That's why it's very. I like it. I think that's what soccer has with it. It's this that excitement, that back and flow competition without any stopping and stuff like that.
That's why it's the beautiful game.
It's why it's popular.
So McCarron tries to take a turn, and she pops it high. We got a couple new players in. We got, looks like that's Hyann Souza, senior. She plays. She's up on the left-hand side, on the left back. Fitzgerald back in the middle. And once again, Hannah Holden trying to push that ball forward. Utke's there. Granfors is there. Fitzgerald trying to find Clark. Clark can't get there quick enough. Mulvaney. Lauren Mulvaney. That's That's what I think.
Right.
That's what they'll need is get Lauren Mulvaney to get a little bit more involved.
See, I saw the back there came, and she was looking for, and if she makes it, that's great. A nice long pass to the Holliston winger, but it was picked up because one of the backs saw it coming and snapped it up. This is where short passing, quick passing amongst themselves can work it up the field without and it draws the backs out of position, and then directly you get the opportunity, you snap a shot.
There you go, easy peasy, right?
No, it ain't easy peasy.
Right? Just the way you drew it up. That's all they need to do.
You can. It's nice to see these beautiful, accurate long passes, but watch out. You've got to be, and if you watch the professionals play, the big players, they do a superb job in their short passing. Even they're 10 feet from one another, they'll make a short pass, and then they'll get it back, and then they'll keep going, working their way forward.
So it looks like that's the half.
I think.
So I think they blew it up. So the half. So at the end of the first half, Holliston versus Dover-Sherborn. We have a score of 0-0. Strong. Yeah, it's halftime right now. So Holliston had a couple of opportunities, nothing really to brag. Couple shots. Dover too had a couple of opportunities. But both teams are playing a relatively strong defensive game, hence indicative of the score, 0-0.
They are.
So we're going to take a quick break. Everybody go do what you have to do. Get some snacks, right? Get yourself organized. Get right back into this game. So as I said, we'll be back in a short time, so don't go too far. And join us back here with Holliston Girls Varsity Soccer in about 9 minutes. So don't go away. We will be right back.
Hello everybody. Glad to be a sponsor over here from Basil's Pizza. We're here at 1568 Washington Street, Holliston, Massachusetts. Hours of operation, we're open 7 days a week, 10 to 9, and Sunday, 11 to 9. Great place, great people, great food. Great place overall. Just glad to be part of the community. We would love to see you in here. Thank you so much.
Hi, I'm Rebecca from Central Cafe. My parents bought it in 2001. They expanded it and bought the convenience store that was next door. Then they added groceries, beer and wine. This last year we were able to earn a full liquor license, and the store is open from 5 a.m. to 9 p.m. So it's nice to come before work, get a breakfast sandwich, bunch of options, a lot of drinks here to get after a long day of work. You can stop by, get your winning lottery ticket and some tobacco products. We're located at 100 Central Street, a quick pit stop from the rail trail. It'd be great for you to come on down. We'd love to see you here.
Hi, everybody, and welcome back to Holliston Girls Varsity Soccer here at Kamitian Field, where Holliston and Dover-Sherborn are locked at a 0-0 tie. Relatively defensive game, but some good soccer, as my partner has said that he's seen some good soccer. We have said that if John Marshall says that you're playing good soccer, there's not a better compliment that you can get. Once again, this is brought to you by the Holliston Hub with your executive director, none other than Mr. Bruce Guilfoy. And, of course, our cameraman and Kate Morton. This is the first time Kate's done a soccer game with us. So welcome, Kate. She's doing a great job. She's working the camera today. So all of the visuals that you're seeing are all brought to you by her. And I'm your host, John Drohan, and co-announcer and the godfather of Holliston Soccer, John Marshall. So what's your assessment of this first half so far?
Well, I think that both teams, there's not one dominant team. I like the way the Holliston have played. I think, if anything, I'd sort of give them the edge. But the Dover-Sherborn defence is very, very good. And it seems to me they've got a couple of forwards that are extremely fast. And if you don't watch them, they're going to be round you, which you've seen a couple of times. So it's one of those games. Anything could happen.
That's one of those games.
Yeah.
And so one of the things that we do see, especially this time of year, when the games are played at this time, is that the goal that northeastern goal which is now the goal that Holliston is going to be shooting at. The sun tends to affect some of the angles of balls coming in.
It does.
So you'll see that keeper. She'll have her hand up to try and shield some of that sun. So it'd be interesting to see if Holliston, and as the day goes on, and it's not so much earlier in the season, but now as it gets a little bit later before daylight savings, as the day goes on, if Holliston tries to push up which will be their left-hand side. So as we said, we switch sides. Holliston's coming from the southeast to the northwest. Dover the other way. Holliston in red, Dover in white, and we're about to get underway in the second half.
There we go.
And here we go. So Dover trying to just get the ball down Holliston end, as most of this first half has been played in the Dover-Sherborn end. So that's been kind of where we've been for this whole time. But like we said, Holliston had a couple opportunities. Hannah Holden had a free kick that just cleared the crossbar. But then, as we said, Dover-Sherborn, I think it was Sonal Koo, had a breakaway and almost put one past Kira Lucas were it not for her quick instinct to get out and just deflect that ball just enough to miss the goal. All right, so it looks like both teams are coming out with a little bit of more anticipation, a little bit of vigor. And here comes Dover coming on the left-hand side. Trying to win that midfield battle. And Dover playing back, not too shabby. So we've seen a lot of good defending so far for both sides. A lot of confident defending, I think is a good way to say it, right?
You saw some there. The goalkeeper, she pushed the ball back to the goalkeeper, and the goalkeeper pushed. She got into an open space, and the goalkeeper pushed it back to her.
Yeah.
So yes, you do. You see some intelligent play from Dover-Sherborn, no doubt.
I mean, good soccer and intelligent play. Again, these are the kind of things that, growing up when we were coaching together in our HISA days, right? That's what. That's what all those kids. That's all they wanted to hear. They wanted to hear Coach John tell them that they were playing intelligent soccer. Speaking of intelligent soccer, there's Hannah Holt on the outside trying to push up that right side and just able to earn a throw in. Ball in. Mulvaney's there. Mulvaney just can't keep her feet. Shot in with Clark, and Clark would like to have that one back. It might have just got clipped, but I think there might be we have another Dover-Sherborn player down. Not sure what happened. I think that could be the same one who was hurt before. I believe it was Caitlin Shanahan. So, as we said, this is the Holliston Sports. The fall sports are brought to you by our sponsors. We've already talked about two sponsors, which is a Superette and Basil's. Our third sponsor we're going to talk about today is the Central Cafe. They're run by the Azir family. And let me tell you about Central Cafe. If you want to go just get you talk about kind of these sell-all convenience stores that have a whole bunch of things. Central Cafe is kind of like a high-end. It's almost like they should be somewhere not in Holliston, almost like in more of a bigger city like Boston or even Manhattan, maybe even central London, for if they were overseas. But super nice, super clean. It looks like the Dover-Sherborn player. I can't see what number she is, but it looks like she's okay. She's coming off on her own power. But Central Cafe, if you want to get, they have a full liquor license. So if you want to get some sort of, like an enjoyable adult beverage, you can get that there. But you can also get, any of the other little things that you might need. They also have, it's also serves as a central think tank. So I know a lot of people that, some of the smarter guys in Holliston like to meet there in the morning, talk about, the world at large. So they're it's a great place to be, and of course it's Central Cafe because it's on Central Street. So and the family that runs it, they also have been involved in Holliston for a long time. As we're back underway, Nice turn by Sophie Grant. I have to say that number 9, right? So you're looking at number 9, the center back for Holliston. It's Sophie Grant. She's a sophomore, right? So sophomore. So she's not, this is her second year playing. She plays as if she has been, she's a second year, 5th year senior. If there were such a thing in high school.
No, she's very calm.
There you go. I was just going to say that, right?
Yeah, she is.
And that's kind of what you look for, what you need, as you were saying earlier, that you need in a center back. Here comes McCarron. McCarron's going to get a look, and she pushes it out. Got Clark, and Clark says, no! Oh, what a great opportunity. Caitlin Clark just caught that. A nice play, once again, by Alexis Weiss. So Weiss for Dover-Sherborn. She is keeping them in this game.
I know she is. She's been playing extremely well.
So that was a great opportunity. Great, nice play by Kate McCarron. And and you can make the and here comes Holliston, Dover on the other side. And there's Grant. Grant loses it. Patel's there. Shot up and just goes wide.
Yep.
So Grant was able to recover and able to clear that. Looks like
You see what I'm saying there? She had an opportunity to take a quick shot. There.
You're talking about the Dover-Sherborn.
I'm talking about the Dover-Sherborn. And she should have done because she was well placed to do that. But oh no, she runs it on a few more steps, and guess what happened? A couple of red shirts showed up, and that's what I mean.
Yep.
No.
Utke goes, and Utke and then plays through. Here goes McCarron, shoots!
Oh.
Hard shot by McCarron.
I think it got saved. I think the goalkeeper got a finger.
Looks like. Let's see if we can see it here on our instant replay.
Well, they're given a corner, so she must have done.
So keeper had hands on, so it's going to be a Holliston corner. Looks like Clark's going to take it. See if we can look here to see if that shot was saved. Here's Clark. Low ball in, tries to find Utke. Holden's there. Holden still keeps it.
Good. Oh, nicely returned.
And
that fullback was on.
Going to reset.
Yep.
So Holliston coached by Coach Brielle Chadsey. Coach Chadsey's been here. She's been here a minute. Was the assistant coach for a number of years, and then took over as head coach and took them to that championship, the state championship in 2019. And it was really, Coach Chadsey has had a long run of success here in Holliston. Had some really, really fun teams. We've been fortunate to be able, since HCAT or Holliston Hub started to put the games on, we were lucky to be able to see a lot of those teams play over the years.
And I'll be honest with you. In the first, I was always very critical of her because she would
shot in.
Oh,
nice turn.
Yeah. She would always try and know that she wasn't a fan of this mobile defence. She would make the backs had to stay back; they couldn't come up, and all that stuff. And I've noticed as years gone by, and I think as she's been sort of knocked around by other teams, that she's changed. And the last couple of years, she's been playing the way she should have been. She's just encouraging the backs to swing up.
How about that? Coach Chadsey. Like yeah, so Coach Chadsey gets some John Marshall.
Yeah, and I give her all the credit on the sun because the last couple of years, it's been a different team.
All right, so Holliston's they're in a good spot right here. So Holliston free kick, that was I think that was Lauren Mulvaney that earned that free kick. It's going to be McCarron's going to take it. Looks like McCarron. There it is. McCarron tries to put up and just too strong.
No.
Just too strong, puts it over the crossbar. So Holliston had a good opportunity there. McCarron just got too much of it. But that was a nice play. That was Lauren Mulvaney who pushed that ball down and earned that free kick. She did a good job. So still no score. Holliston with a couple good looks early on in the second half. So as I said, Central Cafe, anything you need, you're down in that part of town, go to Central Cafe. Big sponsor, big supporter of Holliston, and one of our our 5 fall sponsors. Dover-Sherborn trying to make something happen.
If they want to score a goal against Holliston, what they've got to do, they've got to very quickly transition from the defence to the hard luck.
So
Defense
Hannah Holden takes it coast to coast and creates some space, gets a hard look. Strong ball in, but just wide of that crossbar. You were saying, so how do they do it?
Well, because there was an example of it. As they came out, as Dover-Sherborn came out, and they came out with the ball. They were they started running with the ball and looking to make a long pass, and that gave all the time in the world for the 2 Holliston midfield people that have wandered up, maybe a little bit adventurous, and it gave them time to get back.
Yeah.
And that's where this quick shooting and quick short passing, that's where it comes into play all the time.
You get that adventurous midfielder, they could
you catch
trouble.
Them. You catch them out, you know. But if you try and mess around too much, and you lose the opportunity.
So Holliston trying to turn it back. Nice ball in. That was Mulvaney.
Oh, come on,
Mulvaney, there's space. Clark's there, still on. Utke's there.
No.
Utke tries to go by. She gets taken up. Clark was there, unmarked.
We should have passed it. You see, this short. That wasn't a short pass. To me, that was an obvious pass.
Oftentimes in the game during the broadcast, my partner will not only will he kind of call the game, but he'll also kind of coach the game as well. So there'll be it's like kind of announcing and coaching. You just can't help it. It's in his DNA. Yeah. All right, so Hollis, another good opportunity. Nice ball. And again, like I said,
she could have. To me, that was a goal.
She missed it. Yeah,
she did.
Yeah, she missed it. And maybe it's just you know how it is. It's easy for us to see because we can see it from up here. She might have just had her head down too much. McCarron again. McCarron shoots and nice save by Weiss.
Well done.
McCarron was on target.
Did you see? She saw that corner.
Yeah, she did. She was on there. Open. She had it. Yeah. She sent that ball right where it needed to go, and Weiss just happened to get there in time.
I tell you, that's a good goalkeeper.
Dover-Sherborn. She's having a game. Yeah. She's having a game. Kate Morton, not from Morton Street. She's a former soccer player herself. She's our camera person tonight.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
So she knows. She just gave us the nod. She agrees that the goalkeeping is good. Bruce Guilfoy is no stranger to soccer either. No, Bruce Guilfoy, he's a true soccer fan. He's a Premier League soccer fan. You know.
Oh, really?
Oh, yes, he is. Gunners. Ball in. Another free.
Gunners, did he say?
That's his team, yeah.
Oh, really? I used to work just down the road from them.
There you go. Used to work just down the road from the Gunners, he said. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's a small world, and if you live in England, it's really small. Yeah.
The great thing about the Gunners is, it used to be anyway, is that there used to be in Arsenal Stadium, and you could look up and you'd see the people hanging out of their windows in the houses just around. They could watch the game.
That's how they did it back in Arsenal back in the day. Yeah.
I wonder if that's the same anymore.
Something tells me they may have a little more standoff. Yeah. A little more standoff than they did in the day.
And the other thing too about the Arsenal supporters, they are unforgiving. They're Cockneys, you know. They are just unforgiving.
So, all right, Bruce. Wait, who's that? Oh, you're a Liverpool fan too? You're saying they're unforgiving fans as well?
Oh, Liverpool.
Oh, wait, who's your son's a Liverpool? Oh, dear. That's unfortunate. Yeah, that makes for a very, very kind of awkward Thanksgiving. When the subject of football comes up. Yeah. Oh, that's all right. That's funny because I knew nothing about Premier League football till I met this guy, right? And for years he would say to me, "You need to watch English football. You need to watch." I'm like, "I want to. I don't know. I don't." And then it was some I don't know how many World Cups ago we're watching, and then it all hit me. It was like the the sky opened and I figured it out. I was like, I have that Ted Lasso moment, right? Yeah. So and I said I was like, now I love it. I'm all in. I go, what team should I like? I go, what team do you like? He goes, I like Chelsea. And I go, that's my team. So ever since then, I've been a Chelsea fan.
Well, I was a Chelsea fan because of my in-laws, you know. They used to live just down the road from Chelsea.
That's right.
So
that's it. I mean, we'll save that story. We're going to save that story for another to talk about your in-laws. Yeah. You want to talk about the favorite son. It's the favorite son that Wally never had, that Wally Eastland never had. It was you. That's right. All right, another time. Here comes Holliston trying to push.
yeah, he and my dad used to come when I played, actually.
Yeah. So
Anyway.
Maureen Marshall, who formerly Maureen Eastland before she was married to you, we hear, and of course we hear all these English stories all the time. You know, that's kind of what we talk about. And so they lived, you know, this is back when people, you know, everybody lived with each other, you know, oh, I lived with them. So Dover-Sherborn trying to do something out in front of their goal, but it gets cleared out. That Dover-Sherborn defender said, I don't like this. There's too much passing in front of the goal.
Yeah. I think they're going to be glad when it's finished, to be honest.
Yeah. But Wally Eastland was his new son-in-law. He's like, this is my guy. Yep, he's all right. And you were quickly approved by your wife's parents.
The committee.
Yeah. You passed whatever test you had to pass. You passed it to the point when they were going to move to the United States. Wally's like, why? Or no, it's not even that. Is when you were going to buy your own house in England, and he's like, no, why don't you stay with us? Stay here. Yeah. All right, Dover-Sherborn trying to get something going, and Claire Fitzgerald has something to say about that and sends it back. Here we go. Grand Force, she drops it off for Mancuso. Mancuso bringing up the right side, trying to find somebody. Karen can't get there. Fitzgerald's there. And a whistle. So still no score. Running almost the 56th minute here. Holliston's got a free kick. And it's Hannah Holden. Sends as far as she can. Trying to get some sort of an opening. There's the refs are not. They are letting them play. As Mulvaney she had a pretty good argument as a potential foul there down close to the goal, but here they come. Here comes Dover-Sherborn coming up the left side. Great job you see there's Holden up there. Sherborn trying to send the ball across, and it looks like that's going to be a handball. So Grand Force just happened to be there in the wrong place.
Handball against who?
Handball against Holliston.
Oh. Okay.
So she sent it, and it inadvertently hit Ellie Grandforth's hand, but it hit it enough where
she got control of it. Yeah.
So it's on the outside. So this could be trouble. This could be trouble for Alice. It's not a penalty. Nope. So Dover free from about the 12-yard line if we're looking at American football. Ball in, it's up, and it goes! And it goes over the top of Kira Lucas's hands, and Dover-Sherborn scores.
That's a beautiful free kick.
That was a perfect shot because, as we know, Kira Lucas she's one of the taller keepers in the league, and just couldn't get her hands on it as that ball got passed. Right. So let's see this free kick again. There it is, just over the outstretched hands.
That was a lovely free kick.
I'm trying to see who that was. It looks like it might have been, I'm going to guess, Caroline Mahoney. And if it wasn't Caroline, I'm sorry. but it's hard to identify who that was for Dover-Sherborn. But it was a great free kick, and Dover-Sherborn takes the lead in the second half.
Yeah.
First goal of the game at the 58th minute. It could have been Elizabeth Pena, too. So here we go. Another shot. Oh, no. That's going to be cleared, and well cleared. So Holliston with a throw, and as you can see, the sun is really starting to affect the keeper from that left-hand side. Claire Fitzgerald on the outside. She's trying to find space. Throw in McElliott. So Fitzgerald's a center back. She's way up there. So Holliston really trying to push forward, trying to get an opportunity. There's Patel, fights with Fitzgerald. Patel comes away with it. She's playing a strong game, number 10 for Dover-Sherborn.
Yes.
Fitzgerald, nice pop up, trying to get it forward. Arsenals are in the game. Sedona Cicarella's in the game. There's Grand Fours. So that's unfortunate on that inadvertent handball with Grand Force turns into that free kick, and Dover-Sherborn gets on the board.
Well, that was a superb. That was a superb free kick.
Yeah,
You can't.
It's hard to stop that,
no.
right? Grant pops it up, and it's going to go out of bounds. Our fourth sponsor, fall sponsor, we've talked about it many times. There's Patel on the outside, trying to get on the outside, is the Henry Studio. The Henry Studio, which is run, of course, by his name is not Henry, it's Rich Powers, but I know there's a story behind the Henry Studio. Rich Powers is an artistic photographer. And, we know that Bruce Guilfoy, who's sitting in here, and, for all of the fun we have with Bruce is actually a real artist. And Bruce can attest that photography is one of the, is from running his frame shop, from probably putting frames on some beautiful pictures over the years, that Bruce will tell you that photography is not something that you just can do. Not everybody can do it. And Rich Powers he does it as well as anyone I've ever seen. Truly, truly magnificent. And he's not a bad guy. And for many years, he's been a big supporter of the Holliston Hub. Was on the board for a number of years. So Rich Powers he's that guy. And if you want to get some really, really good professional pictures done, swing by the Henry Studio. Don't be afraid. All right. So we're in the 60th minute, 61, and Holliston is down by a score of 1-0. Dover-Sherborn had a breakaway goal. We think it was from Carolyn Mahoney. It'd be nice if we could get some confirmation on that. Could have been Carolyn Mahoney. Could have been Raina Patel. We'll get to the bottom. We'll see if we can get information on that before the end of the thing. Oh, I see there's a Patemry in the house right now, so that changes everything. Yeah. As we said, the football game, the boys football game, Holliston trying to penetrate on the outside, can't do it. Still working that right side, and here comes Dover-Sherborn on the counter. So the Holliston High boys football team is senior night tonight, so we have two back-to-back games. And whenever there's a Patemry in the house, of course. The Patemrys are dear friends of ours. We just had another one come in, and he's going to be part of the football tonight. So we're going to have a quick changeover after this game, as we're about 18 minutes left with Holliston trying to regain that equalizer.
No.
That's tough on the outside. Trying to get that ball to McCarran. Mancuso, Fitzgerald trying to get back involved again. Fitzgerald shoots, and not enough.
for some reason they don't seem to want to pass out to this left side. What's that?
Yeah, I mean, we talked about that, right?
She's open all the time.
Yeah. So Holliston not really seeing some of the opportunities that we can see up here. There's Patel. Patel comes away with it. She steps, and Patel scores. Lucas comes out, and Patel was able to step around her. And Raina Patel scores, just getting past at the 63rd minute. Oh, Lucas she was just unable to get there just enough time. And Patel was able to just push it past her and send it past with an easy goal into her left foot. And now Holliston trails by 2-0. As there's a soccer timeout on the field right now. So there it was. There's that mishap, just that one mistake. And
see, again, I didn't see where they lost it because of this thing here. But how did she get it?
So from what I could see, again, like as you said, there's a little bit of an obstruction to see it, but it looked like the Holliston defender slipped, and there was no one behind her, and then once she did that.
Yeah.
Lucas saw it, and Lucas said, Lucas realized that there was going to be nothing. And Patel had a nice job; was able to control the ball, had a nice step.
So
and as soon as Lucas said, she came out and just wasn't able to get there fast enough. So Holliston now they have their work cut out for them with 17:37 remaining in this game, trailing by 2. And again, we're not sure. We haven't confirmed if the first goal scored in the 52nd minute. And that was from, we think it might have been from, from Caroline Mahoney, or it could have been Raina Patel, but we definitely saw the scored the second one, and that was Raina Patel. So Dover-Sherborn in the driver's seat here as we're coming out of this timeout, trying to see if Holliston can get back into this game. Yeah, see if they know. That'd be great. We have. We're doing some research to find out who scored that first goal. Kate Morton, not from Morton Street. So it might have been Raina for both goals. All right, so we talked to some of the Dover players, and it looks like it was Raina Patel, senior midfielder. So that would mean she scored both of the goals.
Yeah. And
here she comes again.
Yeah.
So seems like things have the momentum has definitely shifted here.
It does. Yeah.
As Holliston was in the driver's seat for the majority of this game, and now they are trailing by 2. And this is where there's still plenty of time, right? There's still
you got plenty of time.
There's plenty of time, but not time to start playing erratic and trying to to just trying to start sending sending balls into the box in order to just try and make mistakes.
Why they're not bringing this left side, because they seem to be open most of the time.
So there's McElliott trying to get, and there's a nice play there. Long ball forward.
Look, you got 2. No, it's not.
Mulvaney sends it too far, and like you said, the long ball's in.
You're
going to end up giving it back to that keeper, who she's been nothing but money this whole game.
There were 2 people just by her where she could have made a nice, easy pass to, and.
So another opportunity. So Holliston trying to press.
I'm afraid that's quite correct.
Still trying to pressure. Dover-Sherborn doing a nice job on the transition, almost able to connect and be able to do a redirect there, but so Holliston's trying to work McCarron. We have McCarron on the right-hand side, and McCarron has just been blanketed this whole game.
Yep.
We've had a really hard time being able to get to her, or to get her the ball, and for her to be able to do anything with it. She had a couple opportunities. We said she had that one that she pushed off that Caitlin Clark was just able to take it. Mancuso on the right side. And Mancuso is going to give it up.
She took it over.
So this Dover-Sherborn defense is starting to really show up here.
Yeah.
As we're in the 65th minute. And Dover now with a commanding 2-0 lead. And when their defense is playing like that, it's going to be Holliston they need one goal to kind of get back in this and make it interesting. Ball forward, unable for them to, so it's going to be a Holliston goal kick. Seems like a little disorganized, right? Holliston seem to they're a little bit.
Yeah, they definitely are.
A little rattled right now.
They definitely are.
And things like that. So what's the recipe? It's like trying to just maintain control, short passes, things that you're sure of, right?
They have to stop trying to hit this long ball, because then maybe they're
not really
more
working.
accurate with it in the early part of the game, but they're certainly not now.
Well, you said it. You said
she's open all the time on this side.
Against the solid defense, you got to be able to shoot quick.
Yeah.
And Hannah Holden unable to control it. Sheila's going to be another throw. We're going to do another timeout here. I don't know how many timeouts that they have in the game.
I don't know.
Maybe it's as many as
we've had 3.
Maybe it's as many as you need.
I don't know, maybe.
All right, so at our timeout, Holliston's, we said, they've got work to do, trailing by 2 from 2 Raina Patel goals here for Dover-Sherborn. And if Holliston has that, if they're, as we've seen pretty much the whole game, Holliston's been able to sustain the ball down in the Dover-Sherborn end, been able to control the midfield, relatively control the mid, which means that they'll keep the ball down the other end, but they just haven't been able to convert. And then almost as if this is the way Dover-Sherborn drew it up, as they said, we'll play down in our end, and then both of those Dover-Sherborn goals were off counters.
Yeah.
And coming back and able to counter, and the Holliston defense, were they up too far? Were they lazy? Were they just flat-footed?
Why are they changing ends?
They're not. No, this is just they're coming out of the timeout. Yeah, they're changing. That's cool. No, they're not. No, they're not doing it. Well, that would be interesting.
Yeah, that would. Certainly would.
That would be new. That would be a new thing we have.
They seem to have lost their control right now.
And maybe that's indicative of kind of when you go down by 2. There's McCarron trying to send the ball across. No one's there to connect on the other end. Nothing on the other end. Here comes Claire Fitzgerald. Claire said, "I've had enough of this." Claire loses her feet. Nice play. Mulvaney there to back her up. So Fitzgerald said, I'm going to kind of take matters into my own hands and come up from my center back position and try and ignite some offense here. Mulvaney's there, and Mulvaney goes down, and they're going to call Mulvaney on that. So Mulvaney gets called on the whistle. I think she was trying to earn herself a penalty kick. Make this game more interesting. And she just couldn't do it. So Mulvaney gets called for the contact. There's a lot of contact, and that was probably the right call. McCarron tries to turn it and misses it. That's tricky, right? We're trying to. He's trying to get that one step.
All that flash stuff doesn't really work, particularly when you're under pressure.
Well, I mean, it doesn't work, and like we've said, they've been on McCarron the whole game. I mean, they've seen the tape on Holliston. Holliston their scoring goes through number 22, and that's 22 hasn't had a clean shot pretty much this whole game. Fitzgerald's there, shoots. That looked like a handball. No, that was Utke. Sorry, Utke shoots, and it looked like that could have been a hand, and no one's raising their hand, but. From up here it did. So Utke had a good shot, but blocked by that Dover-Sherborn defender again. Holliston throw from the right side. We're approaching the 69th minute right now. Holliston trying to make something happen. Ball across.
No,
Clark's there, and she kicks an extra point. I think it was an extra. I think that was good through the foot. Yeah. That's confirmed by our camera person. She said that
someone getting a little excited.
Yeah, that's this is where. So they got about 10 minutes. They got 11 minutes of excitement left before Dover-Sherborn's going to walk away with a win on their opposing team's grounds. Grant chases. Is able to control it, send it back. Look who she's looking for, and she can't get a good clean turn on it.
It's funny how they should fall apart like this. That they didn't last time. I remember.
Well, right.
They were 2 goals behind. Were they 2 goals behind?
Yeah, they trailed 2 at the end of the first half, and
yeah, that's right.
And then they were able to. And then they scored 3 unanswered.
They
So Hollis is going to be a Holliston free. It's going to take that. Grant takes it and they push up slow, and it's going to be another throw on the right side. So under 10 remaining. Holliston trailing by 2. Still trying to work up that right side through Kate McCarron. And there she is. And McCarron's going to get called for that foul. McCarron's frustrated. You can see it.
Well, they rely on, it seems to me, they rely on her. She scores all the goals and stuff like that.
She's their most dangerous scorer, that's for sure.
They look for her, you know, but when that's not working, because the other team know that, and they pressure her. So when that's not working, you've got to start looking for somebody else. And there's 2 of them that's standing on this left side here.
Dover throw. And Dover's going to do it again. Now we see a little more time spent in the Holliston defensive end. They double team Patel, and it's gonna be a Holliston throw. Off Patel's. Holliston retains. See if they can get this under control. Holliston needs something. Hannah Holden plays back to Lucas. She sends it forward. It's deflected, and she catches it herself. She's gonna do it the old-fashioned way. Lucas, long ball forward to Utke. She comes down with a nice ball. McCarron chases on the outside. She's going to get there. She does, and just keeps it in and goes off the Dover-Sherborn defender, and it's going to be a Holliston throw. And too strong to Holden. So as the sun's going down here at Kamitian Field, the sun's starting to go down on Holliston's chances, trying to put something together, but Dover-Sherborn looks like they've got
it buttoned up.
Yeah, they've got it. They're doing again, they're not doing anything different that they haven't done the entire game as far as lockdown defense, particularly on number 22, Kate McCarron on the outside.
I think that's
and Lauren Mulvaney. Mulvaney, too.
I think that's been their strategy, actually, is to make sure they sew her up. Because
all right, so here we go.
All game.
Holliston corner from the right side. Looks like it's going to be Holden's going to take this corner. Long ball up. It's high. Mulvaney's there, gets a head on it.
No. And
not enough. So once again, another opportunity for Holliston. Kind of goes by the wayside. I think they've had 10 corner kicks this game.
Yeah, sure.
And we've seen them produce on these set pieces.
Yeah, but
nothing today.
The person that completes has been the person that's been taking the corner a lot of the times this second half. So, and I've noticed the flight of the ball has changed.
Yeah. And that's the thing. I mean, those corners you gotta practice them.
Well, yeah, and they're very well positioned. I mean,
Holding on the outside, long ball in and nothing.
No, they're not going to win this.
Well, the game's not over yet. The game's not. We still got 6.5 minutes left. So stranger things have happened, right? I mean,
Well, yeah, but I don't
David
know about that
Beckham.
time.
Oh, there's that.
Yeah, that's right.
I don't know if David Beckham is coming in to put a couple of balls in the net for Holliston to tie it up, but we'll see. So Dover on the outside trying to get around, and looks like it's going to be a. We're not going to decide. Looks like it's going to be a corner.
Really?
Yep.
See, that's the point. We can't see that bit there.
It's the lighting too. It's the lighting too.
Yeah.
All right, so we got a Dover corner, and let's see what. Can't really see who's taking it right now. And here we go. Good ball. It's high, long. Lucas gets a hand on it, but unable to control it. Holden's there. She pops it out, and she's got Clark on the outside. Clark running. Clark with some space, but she's got a defender in front of her.
Nice pass.
Here comes Mulvaney. Mulvaney goes down, and we're just going to play on.
No.
That looked a little bit too much contact, but these referees, they haven't been making that many calls. No, they haven't. Under 5 to play. Holliston's still trailing by 2. Long throw. Goes off Fitzgerald's shoulder. Grant's there. And it's going to be a Dover foul. I think it's a Sherborn foul. I'm not sure. It's one of those, yeah. Can't really. It's the same place, but it's not. All right, Fitzgerald sends it forward. Gets picked off, and there's Patel. I'm going to give her the ball. Patel's already got 2. Beautiful play. Beautiful play. It looked like that was number 17. Raiden Garzone took that ball off of her. So Holliston's going to have a tough time scoring if Dover keeps control of this ball, which it seems like they've been doing for the last 3 minutes.
Yep.
Ellie Grandforce earns a free kick. She gets knocked down. Good header by her. Fitzgerald sends it, trying to get this up quickly, working up that right side. Got Mancuso. Mancuso can't get around. Holliston throw. Time winding down as the sun's going down. Holden on the outside. Holden with a step. Still can't get past her.
No. She's a very good defender.
Some really good defense.
Yep.
And the ball goes out. It's going to goes out on Holden. It's going to be a Holliston. It's going to be a Dover-Sherborn goal kick. They're taking their time. Long ball forward. Fitzgerald's there. There's Patel. Patel again. Patel is trouble for them all game. And we're going to call that whistle. Grandforce gets called for the foul. And that was she got a little bit of the ball. I don't think enough. It's going to be a Dover free kick from about the 25-yard line from American football. And Holliston is almost out of time. Dover free from distance. She hits it. It's popped up. Fitzgerald's there. And it's going to roll out. It looks like it's going to be off of Holliston. It's going to be another Dover-Sherborn corner. Under 2. All right, so we have under 2 minutes to play. And Holliston's about out of time on the Dover corner. Ball's up. Lucas gets a hand on it. It's popped up high. Lucas turns around. Nice play by Claire Fitzgerald just to pop that ball out. Lucas got a little turned around and tried to go. Ball was up in the air again, but just able to be cleared by Holliston. Here they go. Mulvaney's up. There's McCarron. McCarron sends a long ball forward. It gets blocked. Mancuso still has it on the outside, and she puts it out. It's going to be a Dover-Sherborn throw. Dover trying to find Patel. Ball gets cleared. And this is about to get wrapped up. Ball in. McElliott's there. Lucas comes away with it. Fitzgerald on the outside. Ball gets taken off of her. Yeah, unfortunately, I think that's going to... Holliston desperately trying to just get something, but now the ball's not... They can't even get the ball over the midway point. Fitzgerald takes some liberty on that throw and is able to clear it up. Holden's there. McElliott pops it forward. Here comes Patel. Patel again. Patel with a step. Patel pushes to the left side. Can't get around Grant. And Lucas is there to cover it up. Lucas sends a ball forward, and that's it. So, Holliston, 2 second-half unanswered goals by Dover-Sherborn. By Dover-Sherborn player Raina Patel, senior midfielder. And Holliston falls to Dover-Sherborn by a score of 0-2. So we don't have a lot of time here. So a tough game for Holliston. They kind of had control of it, and then once that second half started, things started to come apart.
You got to give all the credit to Dover-Sherborn first.
Dover-Sherborn played some strong defense.
Yeah.
All right. So once again, thank you for joining us in Holliston Girls Varsity Soccer. And on behalf of the Holliston Hub and on behalf of our 5 sponsors, the Superette, Basil's Pizza, Central Cafe, the Henry Studio, and Main Effort Financial, on behalf of Bruce Guilfoy and Kate Morton, John Marshall, I'm John Drawing. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you next time on Girls Varsity Soccer, Holliston High School.